If you've ever wondered who the victim and who the bully is in any given situation, here's a quick hack. Bullies work in groups. The victim stands alone. Bullies don't even know how to stand alone. That's why they're bullies, because they're easily influenced. They need the validation of the gang, of the group. They can't form an independent thought. They're not free thinkers. They don't feel comfortable standing apart, so even if what they're doing goes against their own moral code, they'll do it just to fit in. The victim is usually minding their own business. The victim doesn't even like identifying as the victim because they don't see themselves as a victim. No matter what life throws at them, they rise above it. They turn it into purpose. They allow themselves to grow from it, learn from it, teach others with it, uplift others with it, enlighten others with it. Meanwhile, the bullies might have gone through one unfortunate experience and they use that as the reason for why they're a bully. They use that to justify every harm that they cause. The victim is minding their own business, while the bullies are minding the victim. The bullies need to gather more and more people to see the victim a certain way. The bullies are hyper-focused on the victim, while the victim is hyper-focused on their goals and their growth and their development. It's pretty obvious to know the difference between bullies and a victim, but some bullies are so conniving and have very little ethics, I guess you can say, that they are willing to twist anything in their favor. So they act like a victim all the time. A lot of these bullies don't even know the victim personally. It's just a big game of telephone. And again, going back to their fear of being an independent thinker, they can't formulate a thought that's their own, so they're just going to do what they're told just to fit in. And a lot of these bullies, they're either loyal to the ringleader of the gang or the group, and so, or they're afraid of the ringleader of the gang or the group. And so these bullies, sometimes the ones that don't know you personally, they will look at the victim and they will think to themselves, damn, they're actually really cool. I kind of wish I could get to know them. But they wouldn't dare, because they would rather fit in. The victim is usually either doing their own thing or standing for something. And the bullies are focused on the victim because the victim has something that the bullies want. Now, whether this is their life or their gifts or their community or their talents or their drive or their whatever they have, their light, the bullies are after that. So in order for them, this is what they think, that in order for them to gain that, they're going to have to destroy the victim. Now, the divine watches all of this, and the divine is like, okay, I hear you, bullies. You want their life, yeah? I've warned you, careful what you wish for. I've warned you, I've told you that you can't handle it. I've told you that path is not for the weak. And given your track record, since you can't stand on your own for a day, you really can't handle that life. You really can't handle their path. But ask and you shall receive, and since you're relentless in asking, here you go, I'm going to give you their life. And there are no takebacks. There's no switching up. Can't take it back. Okay, because before they would get a little glimpse of what it is to be you, and then they would fold. And the divine's like, you see, I told you, and then they would return back to their own lives. This time, the divine's like, I warned you one too many times and you keep doing it. You keep praying. You keep trying to destiny swap with someone. You keep trying to destroy them so that you can have their path. And I've told you what it took them to get there. And you made it very difficult for them to get there, but they got there anyway. And even while they're there, you're still trying to get them to fall apart. So let's give you their life and let's give you in another body, with another group, with a bigger gang. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you last. No takebacks. And they've only received the first couple of months of what you started with. The dose is about to go up. They don't know what it took for you to get here. They don't know what you've carried on your back. And if they knew, I don't think they would have ever dared to treat you the way they did, but they did. And again, you can't take that back either. For the victim, they got there, and the path was always going to be challenging, but it wasn't supposed to be that challenging. These bullies were supposed to learn and grow a little bit, but because they refuse to, they're going to have to deal with themselves in another person's body, in other people's bodies, but a more heightened version of themselves. They think they're big and bad. They think that they're toxic, and they flex on that. They go, oh yeah, like they kind of, what's the term? It's like they lay in it, like they're not even trying to overcome their toxicity. They lay in it. There's something about them that's proud of it. There are worse people out there, believe it or not. There are worse people out there than these bullies. There are people who have even more harm to cause others, and a bigger chip on their shoulder, and a bigger victim complex. So, the divine is saying, it's done already. And because of the amount of karma they've accumulated, they came into this life with karmic debt. They haven't paid an ounce of it off. That's why they've gathered a group to bully the victim, because the victim has paid off all their karmic debt. And they've actually paid off some other people's karmic debt as well. Maybe they got bullied into it. But the victim has spent lots of years and lots of energy and emotional purging to pay off the debt of their own lives, their past lives, and their ancestors' lineage. Meanwhile, these people have put off their debt for a very long time. So by the time they reach the level that you're at, it took you probably a decade, maybe more, or however long you've been on this planet, maybe more. For them, they're not going to even come close to reaching where you're at in this lifetime. They might not even reach it in the next lifetime. Given their track record, given how stubborn and resistant they are to development and evolution, they're going to be given your life, but they're going to be given the life that you that you started with, and you got through your karmic debt really quickly because you understood the assignment. They are going to understand the assignment in the next lifetime, and then they're going to get to work. And then it might not even take them to the end of their life before they can get a glimpse of what you experience now on a daily basis. The peace you have, the comfort you have in your own skin, the clean conscience you have, the rest you have in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, in your body, the fulfillment you have. Yeah, let's pull some cards. Justice, look at that. Justice. As they watch, as they try to learn, but they can't apply because they've sealed their fate. Any cards here, Spirit? Meanwhile, if these bullies have tried to stop your love life, if these bullies have tried to stop your divine counterpart, the person that the divine has for you, if they've tried to stop this person from stepping into their power and coming towards you, Spirit is saying the tower moment that your divine masculine has just had, they understand bullies as well. And not only is their higher self and their ancestors whooping these bullies' asses, as are your ancestors, but this person in the physical, this is a strong masculine. They're a peaceful person, but they're a peaceful warrior. And they defend their pride, they defend their group, they defend their family and their friends. So